guys. Hope everyone is doing well. We've waited a long time for this, so let's not wait any longer. So here we go. House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 1. A Son for a Son. Let's go.
Since the days of the first men, we have stood as guardians against the cold and the dark. Through its long tradition, the Night's Watch cultivated its strength from doomed men who had their life as their only possession. But my ancestor, Torrin Stark, began a tradition by making an offering at the onset of winter.
She's been gone for days. Too long. She is exposed.
She is grieving.
The mother grieves as the queen shirks her duties.
It was a raven that brought me news of Lena's death. I existed for weeks in torment, refusing to believe what I'd been told. It was only when I saw my daughter's mortal remains that I could begin to mourn her. A raven has told Rhaenyra that her son is dead. She needs to know it for certain.
She was a fool to go alone. What if Aemond would happen upon her?
Then I would pity Aemond. The queen was wise to recuse herself.
I'm afraid.
Don't be. They'd be fools to come with Vhagar protecting the city.
Not the dragons. The rats.
The queen is an enduring mystery. Is she not?
Why? Aegon, why? Wait, the queen? Oh. Oh. Oh! Really, Sir Kristen? Really? Really, Alicent?
Good morning, Your Grace.
Good morrow, Lord Larys.
I have come earlier to have a word before the small council convened, but your handmaiden said that you were indisposed.
What is it you wish to discuss?
I have completed questioning the whole of the castle staff. They produced rather interesting details, but I am satisfied I have exposed all who betrayed our trust.
What of them?
They no longer breathe our air.
Jesus.
I've chosen your new staff personally.
No. That's a hell no. Right there.
Give me that.
Your Grace?
Just leave me. Just leave me.
Get out. Get out, you bitches. Get out. Like, let a bitch breathe.
Your Grace, my Lord Husband's blockade of the gullet moves into place. All seaborne travel and trade to King's Landing will soon be cut off.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
Lord Cragen Stark has promised 2,000 men.
I can set him and his dragon on my foes at will.
Keep your eyes down.
need a style that
What?
demonstrates power and commands respect.
No, hold up. No, seriously? People just walking around in and out of the freaking palace willy-nilly like it's nothing? Hello? Where are the bodyguards at? Where's Kevin Costner? No, guys. Like, oh.
No one knows what magnanimous means.
I think Aegon the Generous, then. That would charm the small folk. Is there more strong one? Aegon the Dragonheart.
That's it.
On my way upstairs, I just don't know my way around. Show me. This way.
Boo!
For the rats.
This is stressing me the fuck out.
She's telling true. Hold him down.
They killed the boy.
Wow. Okay, so the first episode, they came out guns a blazing. Pew, pew, pew. Oh my goodness, so much to unpack. All right, let's start with Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra is just in the absolute lowest point, the depth, the deepest pits of her grief. And that grief, man, it be hitting you, and it's so fresh, and she's just going through that phase where it's complete denial, like Rainey's was saying, you know, those early stages, you know, they say you go through stages when you grieve, and denial is definitely one of the early ones where you're just like, no, there's no way. There has to be some sort of mistake. No, we need proof. Where's the body? And even if they find the body, it's like, no, what if it's not them? Let's keep looking. Maybe there was a mistake. The denial is so real. And the way the actress, Emma Darcy, the way they portrayed that grief and just that utter devastation of losing a child was just so brilliant. I completely felt their emotions. That was a performance. Give them all the Emmys. Give them all the cookies. Give them all of it. 4 words in the whole episode. I want Daemon Targaryen. Isn't it reminiscent of Dany arriving in Dragonstone for the first time? And what did she say? 3 words in the whole episode of, I think, season 7, episode 1, when she was like, shall we begin? 2 Targaryen women, years apart, just out there saying so much with literally saying nothing. Here for it. Daemon. Okay, Daemon is a hot mess as usual. And in true typical Daemon form, he just wants to see the world burn. He's the Joker. He's just like, listen, me, I'm out for vengeance. Who are we killing first? Which dragon are we killing first? Who are we tormenting first? Who are we flaying? Who are we castrating? Like who are we traumatizing first? Okay? Because we doing something. I'm leaving here with something. And then immediately he starts with his shenanigans and summons Rhaenys as if she's a kind of woman that can be summoned. Do you know who the she is? Come on now. Yeah, let's ride back out after like 100-hour shift. Hell no. She was like, me, I'm not going anywhere. I just came back from a long ass shift. I'm trying to get home, watch some Netflix, bubble bath, lavender, some Sade. Like, let me be great. Okay? And the freaking dragon also needs to go and get her life, okay? And get her nails done, get a pedicure before we go back out here to another shift protected yo ass. And now you want to go and kill the biggest dragon in the world. Aye! She was like, Aye, Futset, you're not even the king, okay? Kiss my ass. And I love her for it. Yeah, but Damon wasn't too chuffed about that. And he's not being very understanding about the grieving process because unlike him, most of us humans, we get affected by this shit and we try not to shut it off and actually deal with our feelings. And Rhaenys had to school him like, you know, she's grieving, right? You know, she needs a little proof. This is what I went through, and this is what most people go through. And I don't know if you don't know, but how about you give her a little time and a little grace? Let her cry, let her get some therapy, let her go to some yoga classes, let her get some Pilates, you know, see if she can get a little one-on-one Q&A with Buddha or something, or the, you know, the Dalai Lama. Like, you know, let the girl breathe. I really love how Rhaenys stood up for Rhaenyra. Woman to woman, mother to mother, human being to human being, you know? Because Daemon is a sociopath. He's just such a robot. He had to be taught human emotions 101, apparently. Speaking of Rhaenys, Rhaenys is just loyal as hell. She's making sure they're doing the blockade thing so they can block off all the food and all the supplies to King's Landing. Corlys is there somewhere limping, talking about ships and thanking some dude for dragging him out of the water. I'm sure that story will progress, but right now I'm not really pressed about it, to be honest. Alicent! Honestly, Alicent is one of my favorite characters just because she's so fascinating. She's so complex. Her and Kristen Cole, they're completely cut from the same cloth. You know, they have this illusion of morality and high ground, but they're the biggest hypocrites ever. Church people are low-key some of the freakiest people of all. Actually, not even low-key, high-key. And when she was rubbing on her shoulders when she was taking a bath, and it was quite rough and compulsive, and it was reminiscent of her, you know, when she used to bite her fingernails in season 1 when she was younger, when she was anxious and nervous about something. And Otto even called her out on it, which is ironic because it's like, yeah, you're the one giving me all this stress by pimping me out to the king. But anyway, and yes, so Alicent is overall very stressed. And this is what's conflicting about it because, bitch, you started this. Who told you to be there hearing things that you want to hear when Viserys was on his deathbed? Huh? And now, like, you popped this shit off between you and Aemond. Y'all popped this off. So she's stressed, and because Loras is probably very aware that she's having affairs with Kristen Cole. So she's obviously very nervous about that because that's very dangerous information for Loras to know. He's a sneaky one. Yeah, and she's also struggling with her authority in the small council meetings, and how she feels that her dad keeps undermining her, you know, in front of all the men, which is a struggle that she's had with her whole life in this patriarchal world, you know. Same with Rhaenyra. And another thing that frustrates me about her is that she's so naive, you know. It's like, yeah, war is inevitable, but let's make sure it's not wanton. That's like, okay, make sure we have violence, but with no violence. There's no such thing. That's oxymoronic. That's no. Otto was like, yeah, sure, Jan. Really naive to think that, no, let's just wait it out. You know, he'll get bored of being powerful. Really? When have you ever seen any ruler, monarch, a male at that, a white male at that, thinking a taste of power, they're gonna get tired of that? What? Are you delusional? Oh my gosh, once you get a taste of that and you get your flow in it, oh my goodness, it's a wrap. Very short-sighted on her part. And then let's head on over to Aemond, the man with the price on his head. But seriously, Aemond is also another fascinating one because he's, on one side, he's actually quite an astute and capable, like a swordsman and warrior and strategist when it comes to war and planning out, you know, battles and stuff like that. He seems very smart. when it comes to such areas. Besides him being a dick, he probably would be a better king than Aegon. He takes it a lot more serious, has more of a strategic mind, but he is impulsive. He has that Targaryen fire in him, so he's very impulsive. Otto had to check him. He was like, look, I get that you want to do what's for the family. You know, you done cause some shit. Yeah, you need to chill out on the temper and just woosah. I'm going to send you to some anger management class before all of this pops off, just to get the rage under control a bit. What's interesting is, did they actually have the talk? The awkward conversation about him killing Luke? Like, how did that all go down? Did they address it immediately that day after it happened? When he came back home? Sitting at the dinner table like, hey, so how's everybody's day? Aemond, what about you? What'd you get up to today, buddy? He's like,
yeah, today was an interesting day. In the morning, just went to my anger management class. It didn't work. And in the afternoon, I funny story. It's kind of weird. Don't freak out, but Vagar and I kind of, just little maybe just we kind of killed Luke. This wine is strong today. Who made the chicken? So what you guys get up to?
how did that go? How? Did they address it? Is he grounded? Is he blocked from the family WhatsApp group? Like, wait. I mentioned in the House of Dragon trailer reaction how I get so annoyed that Aemond calls his mom Alicent. That is just so disrespectful. Yes, you guys are beefing, but to call your mama by her name, I don't know. Because, thank goodness he's not from Namibia. Because that shit would not fly. I'm telling you now, my dear. Okay, so Aegon, Aegon actually surprised me a bit because he's actually a bit more charming than I thought. I mean, it's obvious he's a dick, he's a bad person, he's an asshole. But the way he played it, I had a couple of moments that made me kind of chuckle and giggle like, this motherfucker thinks he's slick. Initially, I just thought that he would immediately go into the Ramsay Bolton Joffrey box. But he was surprisingly more people-pleasing and somewhat making an effort to, listen to his subjects, seeing what everybody needs, even though it's clear he has absolutely no clue about running a kingdom or being a king. I mean, that's obvious. It goes without saying. But, he made a little bit of an effort. He's like, okay, oh, you're having trouble with your sheep? Okay, no, I'll hook you up. And then obviously he had to be checked in front of his subjects, which I know was embarrassing as hell. And I got confused in the beginning because initially, I didn't realize that they got married. Him and his sister Helena, they got married, and those are their kids. Initially, my first thought was like, oh, he's looking for his little brother, to take to the council meeting. I was like, okay, but then I was like, no, I don't remember Rhaenyra having any other babies. I was like, So, oh my God, are these his kids? How it's crazy. And then when he was like, my queen is incorrigible, isn't she? I was like, oh shit. Okay, so they're carrying on that incestual Targaryen, keep the bloodline clean type marriage. So, okay. So they got a whole little incestual, Hills Have Eyes kind of family unit going on. Yay! After what happened in this episode, I'm guessing that the jovial Aegon is gonna go right out the window and more of the Joffrey type will come out. But in this moment, in this episode, for what it was, he had some moments where I was like, okay, so okay, little boy. So you think you're slick, huh? Oh, little boy, look at you. Yeah, but he's still a dick. He's a dick. Helena, my sister. Oh, my sister suffered in this episode. She suffered in this episode, guys. The only one on Team Green that is somewhat innocent in all of this because she's really not in the family mess. Very unproblematic. She kind of stays on her own. She's kind of like the black sheep of the family because of her premonitions, which comes off as her just being a weirdo and being the family freak. But y'all might want to start listening to Helena. Just a thought. How about everyone get their nose and their head out of their asses and just listen to Helena? Maybe, just maybe, she's onto something. A beast beneath the boards. Watch out for the rats. What did the other guy say when he was talking to Corlys? The blackest of tragedies. It's just, I could barely get through that scene. Poor woman. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Having to see, oh my goodness, and having to choose. It's just giving Sophie's Choice times 1,000 times more traumatic. It's just, this was just awful. And justice for Helena. She needs to go over to Team Black because we'll take care of her. We're going to get Iyanla for her. We'll send her home to Namibia so we can look after her, cook for her, get her some good therapy, some good meditation, get her into some good yoga classes. We'll take care of you, my sister. Helena, just come home. Come to the black side, my sister. What are you doing there? Bring the kids, the little ones. The ones that you have left. Huh? Helena, my sister. Just come home. Come home. She doesn't deserve this. Seriously, she does. It's... Sir Otto Hightower, another interesting one. Otto's interesting because he doesn't give me full evil incarnate. He gives me nuance. He gives me more of a Tywin vibe in the sense that, yeah, we have to do some fucked up things, but let's do it. It's something for the bigger picture, for the family. So, you know, we can maintain the family name, so we can be empowered, because this is a very, very cruel world. We have to secure it for our family. We have to make sure everything is in place. He's just very hip to the realities of the world. I don't know, maybe I'm giving him too much credit. But I don't know, he's a bit complex, and those are the best type of characters. All right, Sir Criston Cole, he's protecting the queen, never on his post. Let's hope he gets some flack about that, about him not being on his post and being posted up somewhere else, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I think that's about it. I think I covered everything. I think I covered too much. Oh, editing is gonna be interesting. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the episode as much as I did. It completely blew me away. This is the greatest start ever. Oh no, let's do it. Let's get it on and poppin'. Yes, we are back. We are back. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourself and each other.
All I really want, all I really want is your love. Allow me to